You can't keep getting away with this!
This is Soggy Nachos Podcast. My name is Jonelle. I'm man Charlie with me. Got my man Frank Nitty with me, and we spinning the block.
I spin the block. Hey, I spin the block.
We are spinning the block. You know what I'm saying? Arthur Smith, come get another idiot. Please come in. Now, I know what you're wondering. Why would they get the idiot? They just won. Exactly. They just won. What's his name? Kyle Pitts scored a touchdown, right? You know, and they used Bijan Robinson. They put in the better quarterback, even though Heineke stinks too. And they happened to win a game that they weren't favored to win. What-t do? You know, like I said, I don't even have to go too crazy on this because I'm not the biggest Arthur Smith hater because, you know, we all got our favorites to hate and like and whatever. But I do think he's a moron at this point, honestly. Like, this guy, and like I said, it's almost like he does it on purpose. It's like, on purpose, I'm going to make fantasy owners mad. I don't care if I lose games. And then on top of that, now, like when you do the things that we say, like, hey, at the end of the day, I know you got schemes, but talent win football games for real. And he uses them and they win a game. I mean, this is unbelievable. I don't know what much more to say about him at this point. You know, we cooked them enough in our last video, but we just had to come back and holler at him again because this is it. And furthermore, I don't want to touch on this because one of my other hosts is going to get mad about it. But like, all you did was make your draft position worse because you're not going to the playoffs. So I don't know, man. I'm good. I'm done on Arthur Smith, bro.
Listen, man, we are spinning the block on Arthur Blank. Look, they gave it to Arthur Smith last week. I'm giving it to Arthur Blank again this week. I just saw a report on my phone that it's likely that Arthur Smith's job is safe for the upcoming season. That is insane.
That's wild.
That is idiotic. I can't wrap my head around that. All he did was like, fine. If they're talking about firing me, I guess I'll do what everyone has told me to do and use the good players and win games, whatever. Like, it's like they had to pull teeth. You're like, can you just throw it to the good guys? Fine. I mean, I'm going to get fired if I don't, so I guess. And then he wins the freaking game. Arthur Blank, if you fall for this, sir, I know you watch all Falcons content. Anytime they mention the Atlanta Falcons, please be watching this one. Because if you fall for this man, he's just going to break your heart again. He's going to be a mid-season fire next year. You're going to let him play it out. That's Arthur Blank's problem. He likes to give people like a fair shot. And I understand that sounds counterintuitive. You should give people a fair shot. Arthur Smith doesn't deserve more time. Like, he showed us what he is. He wants to revolutionize football, this positionless. Oh, I got a tight end, but he's really a receiver. I got a receiver that's really a running back. No, just play football, line him up and try to win. Arthur Smith is not the guy. You need to move on. And the fact that it looks like you got swayed by one little win with Taylor Heineke and Heineke, like with one little win. And now you're like, all right, you know what? The people were wrong. We should bring Arthur Smith back. That is beyond crazy.
So, Charlie, are you trying to tell me that he was leaning? They were like leaning like, oh, he might be fired.
Yes.
I thought they were already saying the rumors were they even.
No. But after we recorded last week, there was a rumor that it was like, okay, it really depends on how the season ends because his seat started getting real frisky, getting real hot. And then after this, water on it.
See, and you're right. And this is why the Atlanta Falcons, Arthur Smith, Arthur Blank, you guys are all idiots because it's so counterintuitive when you think about that, right? Because you've already seen what his philosophy is over the duration of the 85% of the season that's been played. Why base your decision on the last bit of it? Like, you know what I'm saying? When things are in trouble, like, why on earth would you do that, right? Because all he did on Sunday was everything that you would expect them to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like, for the first time I saw Bijan was like, you know, like for the first time in a long time, it's like at first when he was doing, he's like, I don't like how much attention Bijan is getting because he's playing well. So let me start to use the other guys more and more. I just don't understand like how that works. And, you know, and it's like, oh, wow, you see that I have this tight end that can stretch the field. You throw him the ball now. And it's like, but then it makes it so much more confusing to me because it's like now you're going to be picking anywhere in the duration of quarterback Like you're not in quarterback territory, so it's not like you'll have one good enough. So it's either going to have the guys on the roster or some retread. Actually, you know what? This is actually great because what they'll do is they'll end up with Derek Carr, and then they'll like, you know what I'm saying? And they'll put some kind of like weird thing there with that, and that's what it'll be, and it'll be even more idiotic because I don't really understand like what we're talking about here. You use your weapons, you use the things that like the good football players, and you know, I guess he might use them for the rest of the season. But I think what makes this a special idiot is that we don't know if he's actually going to continue to do that.
We don't know.
Like, you know, next week the game plan could be completely different.
John New might have 10 catches next week.
No, he's gonna do that until the season is over and his job is safe. When we start next year, he's gonna start up the Cordero Patterson show. You know,
That's a fact,
Good
man.
stuff, man.
I can't deal with the Arthurs, man. It is what it is. But anyways,
and on top of this, because Frank didn't get to it, the fact that they're moving away from the top of the draft with this win,
nasty.
they need a quarterback.
That's nasty.
They
That's
need
nasty.
a quarterback. Stop winning games.
I mean, they're already out of that territory.
It's over.
Listen, they're pretending like they're still alive in the division race. That's what's going on right now. So,
A lot of Falcons fans have this dream of getting Justin Fields, though. I've heard that rumor.
I've heard that too.
But I like that. I would like that.
I mean, that would be fire for them, but they're banking on it. That's not necessarily the case. So I mean, I don't know.
They're gonna have to give up. They're gonna have to give up some draft capital to do it. I mean,
what I'm saying.
You know, so
Maybe a
I
second.
don't know, man. Anyways, this has been Soggy Nachos Podcast. Thanks for listening. Like, comment, share, subscribe, tell someone about us.
please.
Peace.